Okay, all right. I think we have got enough good participation. I mean, we never expect so many participants to join. Maybe because of the topic, we have a good participation, about 130 people. So I'll not delay much. So I have our expert, data science expert, Rahul Tiwari, and I'll hand over to him. So maybe we'll start with this quick intro and walk you through the session. So Rahul, over to you.
All right, yeah. All right, so welcome to the session, and I hope all of you guys are doing good. So my name is Rahul Tiwari, around 18 plus years of experience into IT, into data for almost 18 years. Worked with various organizations like Accenture, Capgemini, Tech Mahindra, Deloitte, some of the startups, and now working with various different clients and working as a freelancer. So today's session will be more of understanding Claude Cowork. Things are evolving quite drastically, and I have come up with two use cases for L&D specific. And I think that will amaze you guys by seeing these things which we are going to see in today's class. This is the official website for Claude, and here you can download Claude in your machines. You can use it in your machines as well. Although if you want to use it exhaustively, in that case, you have to go for the payment plan as well. So Claude has various payment plans. So as of now, the plan which I am using is the max plan. So the idea is, if you go to the view plans, so the basic pro plan is $17 and max plan is $100. I'm using the double max plan. So basically, I'm paying $200 per month because my usage is quite extensively. Because with the $100, I am getting 5x token. But when we are going with $200, then overall the number of tokens which I get is quite extensively. So that is the idea. But for us to get the understanding and get the hands-on, we don't have to pay any money as of now. But later on, when you think that yes, it is pretty much helping me to get this entire thing right. So here you can see that the paid plan which I have. So once you feel that yes, it is going to be used quite extensively, in that case, you can think of advancing this entire subscription. But the main idea is to talk about how this is going to help you, right? But as I mentioned, that you can use it for free, but the number of tokens will remain the lesser side, right? So once you let me close this. So once you install Claude, after that you will get an option of Claude app, right? So once I click on this, it is gonna give me one uh, software which is installed in my machine, and this is how it looks like. There are three tabs. This is the first one, which is purely the chat which you can see in the Claude AI as well, right? So it's one of the same thing. This is the web version we have. This is the software version we have, right? So that is one option. Then second option is Claude Cowork. This is what we are going to explore today. And the third one is Claude Code, which is basically we are using for the coding perspective, right? So you may not be using this quite extensively. Claude Cowork is what people who are like more coming from non-technical backgrounds, right? So they are preferring to use Cowork, and that is what we are going to spend time on. So the two use cases which I wanted to discuss is demo 1 and demo 2. So I'll start with demo 2. And at the end, what we are going to get, we are going to get this type of PowerPoint, right? So I'll show you the PowerPoint first. So this is the PowerPoint which you are going to get at the end of this entire workflow. The use case is basically there are three batches for which the training happened. So this is my batch 1, this is my batch 2, and this is my batch 3 post training survey, right? So let me open up one of the files out here. So this is my, again, this is dummy data set which I have created. So here you can see years of experience, then quality, and so on and so forth, right? And then you will get the entire feedbacks and other details coming in. Cowork comes with a paid plan. Maybe yes, they have upgraded the plan, so it may be. But when I started using Cowork, it was free. After that, I am paying, so I am not aware whether it's coming with free or not. But yes, earlier it was with free. So if they have upgraded, then I'm not sure. Right. So here you can see the various options out here. So various feedbacks, right? So years of experience, content quality, and so on. That is for the batch one. We were having around 25 learners out there in this batch. And here you can see the average details, average content, average trainer rating, and so on, right? So that is my first file. Same way, this is there for other thing as well, okay? Other batches as well. Then we have the attendance and demographic master. And this type of information you must be collecting for your trainings as well. So here you can see all the details for all the 75 learners. Right, so if you go and click on this, so I'll just click here. So 75 learners are there. Their corresponding pre-assessment score, post-assessment score, score improvement, and completion status. So that is again the details we have. Apart from that, we have the batch one reflection journals, where we are talking about the top 3 takeaways, how I will apply these trainings. This is for every learner, right? So first learner, second learner, and so on. So that is one more document we have. And after that, we have facilitator self-assessment. Basically, these are the various outcomes which I got from the training. And these outcomes, I want to use it and generate the final PPT, which is going to give me the insights, right? So this is my entire information. Then we have focus group transcript. So this is one of the documents as well. So this is the entire transcript of different batches. Then we have manager feedback post 30 days. So manager gives you the feedback after the training post 30 days that how the learners are, whether they are improved or not. So that information is also there. And finally, mid-training pulse check is there. So these are the mid-training pulse check for every learner, for every batches. And finally, I'm just showing you the documents which we are going to use to generate that entire PPT. So leadership essentials for first-time managers. So these are the target audiences, the batch dates, and all the program details, right? And finally, the last one, trainer observation notes. So this is coming from the trainer about the overall summary of the entire batches, right? So based on these documents, now what we have to do is we have to generate one presentation so that I can showcase that to my management, right? So here I have created, so this is the PPT which I am deleting for now, but this is the end product which we are going to get at the end of our execution, right? So this is the entire end product which we are going to get without me doing anything. So I'll be deleting this file for now. And this is my instructions.md file. So there's a markdown file. So this is one of the, you can say, type of text file. We normally call it as a markdown file. And if you open this up and check it out, here I have given the entire instructions, right? So if you go back to this folder, there are around how many? 12 files are there, excepting this, don't consider this instruction file. Apart from that, we have 12 files are there, right? So based on that 12 files, you can see we have been provided the 12 files containing the learner feedback, data from the leadership essentials, training program conducted on Q1 26. And I want to generate one polished 15 slide PowerPoint. Here is the entire context given, how many learners are there and all. These are the file names, right? These are the different file names which we have, the 3 Excel files, how many learners are there, mid training pulse for 75 learners, post manager feedback only for 60 learners, right? And other files which I am just mentioning that these are the files which I have, which you have to look at, right? Do not skip any file, cross-reference information across files to build deeper insights. This is what I want in my PPT. Quantitative analysis, calculate average rating across all 7 dimensions, compute NPS score, calculate attendance and completion rates, analyze pre and post. So basically, what is MD file? MD file is nothing but what you are looking for, right? You are providing an instruction to the machine that this is what I am looking for. It can be any other file as well. You can create it as a Word document also. It can be created as a MD file also. You can create it as a PDF file also, right? It is not compulsory to have MD only, but in that case, if you want to create MD, what you have to do is you can just directly go to the Claude and you can mention that, for example, I want to create the PPT for my training, uh, what do you say, outcomes based on certain data. So create the MD file for the same. Here I am just showing you how to create the MD file, but here you have to provide the proper details that I will be having 12 files. I need to use those files. The PPT should contain this. So all those instructions you have to provide in this prompt, and it will generate the MD file for me. So in the meantime, here are the instructions which I have given. I want the first slide to be quantitative, second slide to be qualitative, cross-file analysis, trend analysis. Then I want to generate 15 further slides, right? Title. So this is basically my what analysis to perform. Okay. This is just what analysis I want to perform, right? Can we say that here MD file is being used to structure prompt? Yes, MD file is basically you can use it as a memory and the prompting, right? Basically, whatever thing you are looking for, I want this type of analysis. And in my slide, I want these things: title slide, executive summary, program overview, participation snapshot, and so on and so forth. So this is the entire details which I have given. Visual design, I want color. You can provide your own company's color palette as well. All those things can be done. I want the charts. I want the data callouts, quotes. So basically, this is like what you are doing in your day-to-day task. You have to jot down that into one place, and you can ask machine to generate the MD file for you. So once you do that, it will generate the MD file. It is, you can see here, it's asking also some questions that what this training is all about. I can just say all the type of training, right? Then I'll paste the next message and so on. So I'll just click next for now. It will generate the MD file. So you have to provide the entire details, right? All right. I'll take all the questions at the end of the class, right? So when I start executing this, we will have a lot of time because execution will also take time. At that time, I will take your questions.
Yeah. So another thing is, we would expect you to post your questions in the Q&A window, so that becomes easier for the trainer to pick up and answer them. So chat window, we'll keep it for any interaction. So we'll make sure that we'll put all the questions on the Q&A window. Thank you. Yes, Rahul, please continue.
Yeah. All right. So this is my entire instructions which I have given. Now, as I mentioned, I can have my own company branded slides as well by providing my fonts, by providing my colors and all those things. So that is also we can provide somewhere here. At this point, we can provide that details. Okay. The purpose of MD file is just to give the instruction to your model, right? That what are you looking for, what type of analysis I want to do, and what I want to generate. So whatever it's, you can say something like a detailed prompt, which you're providing in the MD file. And when I do that, you can see that here, the MD file got created, right? So training outcome report, executive summary, and so on and so forth. This is the entire MD file got created. So again, those guys who did not understand or joined late, MD file is basically a place where I'll be providing the entire details that what I am looking for, which I'll be providing to the Claude to mention that this is what you want to perform, right? So whatever task you are doing on the day-to-day basis, if you want to make it automated, you can provide that to the Claude or any other chat GPT type of things. Provide the entire information. It will generate the MD file for me. It is not compulsory to have MD file. You can use PDF file also. You can use Word file also. But as a technical aspect, MD file is considered to be more powerful. But again, it's not compulsory to have it, right? So now let's come back. So now I'm going inside the Claude. Now what I want to do is I want to click on this drop down and I want to choose the folder, right? So I already selected that folder. We are as of now in demo 2, right? So I'll just uncheck this and I will choose my demo 2. Okay. You can make a change also. That's fine. Absolutely. So now I selected a demo 2. See, again, it's an instruction. That is very well you can make any change. It's your brain which you are putting in the document. That's it. Now what I want, I'll take all the questions at the end now. It's distracting me as well, right? So give me some time. So demo 2, and now here I'll say, I want you to see instructions.md and follow the steps and do the needful, right? So here I am not passing anything. I'm just saying that do this. Okay. Are you guys able to hear me, all of you, clearly? No. Will it also work as an agent if we can create agent also? Yes. If we update the MD file and try to make the changes in the existing GPT. Yes, sir. You can do any task. The main purpose of the Claude Cowork is to access the files which are present in your machine, right? So once I gave the instruction here, you can see in the right side, the steps coming in. What all steps it is going to work, right? Reading and analyzing 12 data files, perform quantitative analysis, perform qualitative and cost file analysis, generate the 15 slide PowerPoint presentation, final review and summary. If you think that I missed any of the steps, you can click on this plus sign and you can add a new step as well if you want, right? As of now, I'm not doing it because I know everything is fine. But in between, you can add any of the steps as well, right? That you are in the first step as of now, but I want to go ahead and I want to apply something in between. I can add the step as well. It will generate it for me. Okay. So for example, PDF file, let's say I want to generate the PDF also. So I'll just add it after 15 slide. I'll add one step that I want to generate the PDF report as well, right? So this step will also get added and it will be coming here in some time, right? Once you do all these things, here there is an option of ask. If you click on this ask, by default, I am choosing ask before acting. Claude pauses so you can approve each action, right? So I don't want that Claude will do anything else. I just want that Claude will take permissions from me. If you don't want, you can click on the below option, act without asking. Claude works without pausing for approval, right? So it is always be a good idea to go and choose this thing, right? So that is one thing. Second, you can see the PDF version coming in, which I have asked for. Okay. So in the meantime, once it is doing this, I'll take your questions. So regarding the free version, you can go for free version as well. The only thing is that Microsoft does not provide any free version as of now. Microsoft does not have the co-work option as of now. They are going to launch it and that will not be a free version. Free version means what? Microsoft has a license cost, right? So when you are saying that Microsoft is giving it for free, then that is wrong. There is a license associated, which your companies are paying. So there is no free version for Cowork as of now. And at least for best of my knowledge, I am not aware of that, right? Although you can create your customized solutions by using the free models and all, but all the models like OpenAI and your Claude and other things, they are charging. And Microsoft is running on top of OpenAI plus this Claude as well. So they are charging, they have their own licensing fees, right? So that is going to be there. How it is different from Copilot and Gemini? There is no difference. It's just how or which interface you want to go for. I think in Gemini, we have still not have any Cowork option available. Microsoft is coming up with the Cowork in some time in their wave 4. It is still not available in the general public, but they are coming up with that. And Claude already have this Cowork option, right? But again, this is one of the ways to access your files and all. There is one more software called OpenClaw. So you can go for that as well. So multiple options are there which accesses your files and do the processing on that, right? So as of now, this will take some time. So it is reading all the entire files, reading and analyzing all the data files. You can schedule that also. So what about data security again? Claude will, when you are running the Claude, it is going to hit the Claude servers, right? But as I mentioned that this is all happening in my machine, right? So it is the data will go to the Claude server, but they cannot use it for their training purpose, right? They can only use it, do the needful and give me the output. So for the data security, they are bound with various laws. So they cannot use their data, like they cannot use our data for training purpose. But still, if we are not pretty much comfortable, in that case, we can go with options like Azure platform, where in Azure platform, your data will become more secure, right? Cloud Cowork option is not available on the browser. It is available in the app only. You have to download the app from this website, right? Download Cloud. Can we get this MDP file? MD file. I'll share all the documents. Don't worry. Where did you upload the data file? Excel and Word document. I did not upload. I just set the folder here. So at the top, when I gave this instruction, right? I want to see instruction MD. I wanted to see instruction MD and follow the steps. So basically, I created a new task and I set that folder. I'll show you in the second demo. So we are at this. It is crunching the numbers. So doing all the tasks as of now. In the meantime, one more option I'll show you. So we can schedule this as well, right? So as of now, this is like manually done by me. I can schedule that also. You are seeing two options because I think the paid version is required now. So I think someone at the start mentioned that Claude Cover required the paid version. Earlier it was not. So I think they have changed the planning. They have changed the costing and all. So I think if you will have to recharge with $17 to get the Cowork option. So they keep upgrading and changing the plans. So I think they upgraded that. So I think you have to go for the pro version to get the Cowork option. So now all the crunching is done. Now it is building the PowerPoint presentation. So what I was saying is that here scheduled option is available. I can schedule the task as well. I don't have to sit in this screen, right? I can go to any other screen as well. So I click on schedule and here I can schedule the task as well. Now, if you go back to this step is going on. It did not impact. When I clicked on schedule, here there's an option of scheduling the task, create with Claude or set up manually. I'll click on set up manually. And here I can say that training report building. I can give some description here and I can say that I have to set the folder demo 2, right? This is my demo 2. And I'll just say that follow the instruction MD file like this. And here you can change the frequency, how frequently you want to run this, right? Let's say I want to run it daily. I want to run it weekdays. I want to run it weekly, in weekly, which day, like that. And once I click save, this schedule is done. So every Monday, 9 a.m., this thing will automatically run, right? It will hit the instructions.md and generate the PPT for me. I don't have to worry about uh, executing it manually, right? So that is the idea. So all this orchestration can be done. which means if we are paying for Microsoft license, can we use Claude rather than just free version? With Microsoft, you are having the Claude as well. So basically in the products, for example, Excel, that is different thing altogether. Today's session is Claude Cowork, right? But as what I was saying is that when we are going to the Excel and when I click on this Copilot button, I am having the paid license here. So here you can see that the option coming in where I can get the Anthropic models as well. Because now Microsoft has a tie-up with Anthropic also. So all those models are available here as well. That is what I'm saying. But here the functionality will be different. Here the functionality is different. Excel will do the task in Excel, generate the data, conditional formatting, and all those things. But here the task is what? From my local machine, whatever files I have, I want to do some manipulations on that and generate some final outcome. So that is altogether different task. Okay. Claude we cannot use for free because it's a closed source model. So it's a paid model, right? That's why. The chat window is not coming in. I'm not sure. I would request you to ping me on the Q&A. Okay, chat window came in back. Okay. Power BI we can create with Claude and OpenAI, but in that case you have to go to Power BI. Right? Can we use for Excel? Yes, we can do everything. But today's, as I mentioned, the agenda is to talk about this only. So I'm not getting there. But if you're interested, we can have one more session on that, how to create the things in Excel. So here you can see that it's still generating the presentation. You don't have to update the MD file. MD file should have just the instruction what you are looking for. You can schedule it for any day, right? So your core logic should be there. You don't have to mention in the MD file that run weekly. No, because the schedule will take care of that. Right? So you don't have to update in the MD file that this should be weekly report, generate only weekly basis. That instruction we don't need to give. Just the core instructions we have to give and it will do the trick for you. So this execution will take time because we have 12 files and a lot of information. So this will take time, but once this will be completing, the PPT will be ready. Then we'll quickly jump into the second use case. In the meantime, I'll explain the second use case, which we have to work on. So the second use case is basically, I have these files, right? So I want to generate the, what do you say, 4 documents, right? From this entire document. One is your training PPT, right? Second is your quizzes. Third is your, I think, I'm forgetting 2 more document. It will generate basically 4 document. It will be written in the instructions.md. Let me go through that. So here you can see you have the 8 raw file content and I want to generate the entire production ready toolkit, training kit, right? Context you should be aware of: program name, duration, audience size, company type, delivery mode, goal. These are the files which you have to go through, right? And step 2, design decision to make before producing output. The narrative, the tone, the activity to content ratio, the 3 most important takeaways. Produce 4 deliverables. One is the training deck, right? Second is your, so 25 slides should be there. Trainer presents these slides. These are the things which I want in the slide: title slide, welcome, agenda, ground rules, quick poll section, and all those things, right? Then these are the design rules: color palette, use the colors and all. Then the second deliverable is participant handout, a document 12 to 15 pages. And again, these are things which we want. Third one is facilitator guide. I'll share all the documents with you, don't worry. So here I'll have the 20 to 25 pages, all the details, right? Program overview, preparation checklist, and so on and so forth. Then we want the assessment doc. So these are the 4 things which I wanted as an outcome from the raw file which we have, right? So here again, all the important guardrails, all the detailed prompt, what I want, what I don't want, everything will be covered here, right, in detail. Here are the files we have. So this is the ethics. Yeah. So basically this training is for AI. So AI ethics, then AI foundation report, right? So these are basically raw documents from which I want to generate the training outcome, right? Training content. Then AI tools and landscape article, right? All this is dummy data. Company policy, AI policy, right? I want to cover that as well in my training. Then let's say expert interview transcript. So all the raw files we have. And from raw files, a good training material will be getting generated. That is the second use case, right? So here you can see how companies are using AI, and now it is using over the period of time, how much year-on-year growth happened, right? So that numbers also I want. Productivity gains, ROI benchmarks, employee sentiments, training impact, all those details I wanted to add in the PPT as well. Then we have the prompt engineering best practices. So I want to add that as well in my training, right? So this is gonna be there. And lastly, your real world case studies. So all these should be the part of the deck which my trainer will present, right? So these are the documents which we will be using and generating this entire demo. But before that, let's see what's happening here. So my PDF is generated. So we can go and we can check it out as well, how the PDF looks like. So let me get into the folder. So here you can see that the PDF is coming in. And this entire PDF got created with the help of your this thing, right? All the raw files. 75 learners are there. The file got created when? It created 3:33, right? 3 minutes back. So batch 1 was excelled. Some of the other pointers coming in, right? Program details, 5 learning objectives. This is the pie chart, bar chart, overall attendance rate, completion rate, how many departments are there. PDF is also getting generated, I told you, right? It's still going on and generating PDF. As of now, the main prompt was PPT. I added one extra step of PDF. So PDF is still getting generated. So wait for some time. So here I have the PPT coming in, right? Batch 1 rating, batch 2 rating, batch 3 rating. What is the NPS score? Then we have the NPS and recommendation scores. What learners loved it? What needs improvement, right? Trainer performance comparison. All these numbers are correct. I already have checked that before I started this training. Behavior change, on-job application, demographic insights, learning objectives and actual outcomes, recommendations and action plan, and finally, next steps, right? So this is the entire deck got created. And as of now, it is generating the PDF. Because we added one extra step that I want to generate the PDF as well here. We added somewhere here. Got it, Rahul. I'll generate both PowerPoint presentation and PDF also. So PDF is also now generated. It is doing a final review and summary, right? So if you go and check in the folder, the PDF is also now coming in, right? We did not give any instruction about the PDF design and all. So it generated the PDF, but we can ask for it that I want these things in the PDF. What will be the color font and all those things? You can customize that. As of now, it just generated the random PDF. Okay. So this is entirely we have done in 30 minutes. We have analyzed 12 different files and came up with this presentation. Okay. So that is the first use case. Now let's get into the second one. So it's still reviewing it. So let's wait for some time. Okay, it's done, right? So that's done. Now let's get into the demo 2. So I want to go demo 1, sorry. So I want to go to demo 1. This folder is what is my root folder. So I'll go to my Claude Cowork and I will click on this drop down. I can click on the new, choose a different folder, and then you can choose that particular folder. That is L&D folder demo 1, right? And select the folder. You just have to make sure, click on the drop down. As of now, demo 1 and demo 2 both are selected. Just uncheck demo 2 because I don't want demo 2, right? I want to now showcase demo 1. Now what I have to mention, go through the instructions.md file and do the needful, right? It would be best in case someone is willing to or working with big data handling. Yes, I have played with a lot of big data files as well, and it is working fine. Overall, the outcome was also coming very good, right? So that is pretty much okay. Again, 4 deliverables we are looking for, and it is understanding what is the requirement. And in the right side, you will be seeing the steps, right? So what all progress I want to have. So here in the right side top, you can see it's coming in. Read and analyze 8 files, design narratives, arc and key decisions, build training deck 25 slides, build participant handout, build facilitator guide, build pre and post assessment, and cross delivery consistency check. Right. So this will generate my entire 4 documents. We said ask me before creating any output. Does it automatically override or don't ask before anything? Yeah, when you are creating schedule at that time also there is an option coming in. So once you click on this schedule, here there is an option, right? So you can click on this. So basically the idea is what? The idea is that normally we are scheduling where I don't want any human intervention. Okay. So I'm very much sure that Claude will not delete any files and Claude will not do any. If Claude does that also, I'm okay with that. Then I can schedule that and I can choose this act before acting, act without asking. But I'm very much restrictive. No, I don't want Claude to delete something like that. I can choose this option. But in that case, scheduling will not work the way we were looking for, because it will ask if anything I need, it will ask, right? In my instruction file, as of now, I did not ask machine to ask me a question. That's why I did not ask any question. But you can go for that also. You can provide in the instruction file that when you decide the entire plan, go ahead and first take the permission from me before executing that plan. So that line I can add in the instruction, then it will ask. Then this option will work, right? And when you are not passing in the instruction MD, then obviously this option will not make any sense. It will not ask anything because you did not ask for it, right? Because as of now, you can see that it created the PPT, but it did not ask for me whether should I create the PPT or not. Because in the instruction file also, I did not mention that. So it's like a way how you are passing the prompt, plus this option will be enabled when you are asking for machine to ask something, right? So that depends. You have to play around with the various scenarios and check it out. What is the best option for you? And you can go for that. But at this time of scheduling, you have this option coming in. So if you want to ask, if you want machine to ask, then you can go for that. But it will not be a automated scheduling. It will be more like you will have to present in front of the PC or mobile, because we can connect to the mobile as well. So you don't have to be present in the PC. You can use mobile app as well. So whatever things are happening in your laptop, the scheduling part, you can handle it through mobile app also, right? So that is also possible. In Claude Chat, scheduling option is not available. You can see that. In Claude Code also that is not there. In Cowork only that option is there. Which model is best for Cowork? It depends on what type of task you are solving. If you are solving very critical complex tasks, in that case, you can go for the Opus model, the latest 4.7. But if you are doing a simple task, then Sonnet model is also fine. So that depends on your use case. Opus model consumes a lot of tokens as compared to Sonnet. So purely based on your requirement, you can decide that. Yes, you can send the email also. So there is a plugin available. So for example, as of now, that plugin is not there with me, but there is an option here. If you go to customize connectors, you can connect with the Gmail, right? So here it is connected with my Gmail. So if I say that, let me click on this. Yeah, this one is going on as of now. this one, right? So I will say here, I want you to send the email to rahul.tiwari8286@gmail.com, the PPT file. So in that case, what it will do, it will, as of now, I see some problem, but normally I have seen that it generates the draft. It will not send it, but it will generate the draft in your this thing, right? In your Google Gmail. Then you can send it. Cowork is not available in the web version. Cowork is available on the app only. Send by Chrome without attachment. If we include the instruction in MD file, that different from schedule. What was that? I'm not getting your question. If we include schedule instructions in the MD file, no, it will not work. It will not work. If you are providing the schedule instruction in the MD file and you are not scheduling it, then it will not work. I need some trigger mechanism if you're asking that. So here you can see, I can create a Gmail draft so that you need to open, yeah, do that. This we can provide in the prompt as well, that I want to send the email, create the draft so that I don't have to call it again and again. Yes, we can schedule multiple products also. You can schedule a single process. Inside that you can have multi steps also. That is also possible. Here you can see it is asking for me to generate the draft, creating the new email draft. In the meantime, let's see what's happening here. It's building the training deck. Okay. The draft on Gmail, just open this from your demo folder and hit send. Right. So it is, attachment is also not done. I think it just created the draft. Let's check it out. I am not sure whether it created the draft or not because I was seeing that problem quite some time now. I'll just check it out. So in the draft, yeah, draft is there, created on 347. So here is the draft. Key highlights. It is saying that just attach the file as well, right? So it is not sending it by itself. It is asking to attach the file and we can send it, right? So this is the basic information given, file name given and send. Okay, so that is done. Okay, so as of now, it's still building the PPT. So this will take time because a lot of documents it is creating, but in the meantime, I'll take some of the questions. I'll share all the files with you for your reference. Any doubts you have, let me know. Here I just gave you some of the examples, but a lot of things can be done. Someone asked about how can we go for brand. You can just provide the details here. For example, in my first instruction MD, right? Here we have the option color palette. So I can provide my color palette here. For example, I have these color palettes, let's say. So I'll mention that here. White background is fine. Rest, I want these colors. The first color, the second color, then your third color, and so on and so forth, right? And you can mention that I want the text in this color. I want the heading in this color, like that. You can also provide that I want the font, right? Font thing you can add somewhere here. What font you want. Okay. You can provide your PPT also. That is also fine. If you already have the PPT available with your brand, you can provide that also. In that folder, you can add it. That is also fine. Because Claude Cowork has that capability to read all the files. So you can provide that font, what do you say, the company format. For example, let's say I'll take this PPT. Let's say this is one of the PPTs, sample format, right? So I can attach this. I can copy this and I can put that in my demo folder. Where is that? Demo folder. And I can say that generate the PPT based on this format. That is also fine, right? So that is purely up to you. You can provide the sample PPT or you can provide the proper fonts, proper colors in your instruction MD, and then you can go for that. But I uploaded this file here. So I have to update my instruction MD as well. That the PPT should be created based on this file, format of this file, right? So that here I have to update as well. All right, so where are we here? PPT is still going on. Training deck done. Now building the participant handout. So training deck is done, right? Participant handout is also done. So in the meantime, let's go and check it out. What's there? Demo 1. Here is the deck. So AI literacy training, right? Why we are here, your 4-hour journey, ground rules, where do you stand AI, and so on and so forth, right? The entire thing is coming in. Prompt engineering, bad prompt, good prompt. The entire deck is ready. It created the 4-hour training because in my instruction MD, I have mentioned somewhere, I guess. So if you go back to the instruction MD, 4 hours. Here you can see the duration is the 4-hour training, including the break. So everything it is understanding and generating the output for me. And same way, this is my handout. The entire handout document created. And rest, it is generating the facilitator guide and pre-post assessment. Any doubts in the meantime? You can ping me on the chat. I'll share this entire folder with the support team. Once it will complete everything, I'll share both files, both the folders. You can use it for the reference. Okay. I'll just zip it and I'll share it. You can also come up with your own use cases. You can maybe, there is a survey link given in the chat. Whatever use cases you are working on and you think that it needs to be addressed, because we are conducting this type of sessions for L&D team on a monthly basis. So in the next time, whatever problem will be getting more as a count, we will take that and we will use it. Next time, maybe I'll be using Copilot. Any particular software you want me to discuss, I can do that as well. Else we will go with Cowork or Copilot or whatever. You can put that details also, which one you want.
So basically, Vinod has sent you the survey form. So you can fill the survey. There is an additional comment. So you can just mention which tools you would want us to, have the session for the upcoming months. And there is a question from Naina, like, can we get the sample L&D files? Sure, Naina, we will try to, put it on the YouTube I mean, where we put the recording on our YouTube channel. So in the description, we will add the OneDrive link where you can access all this, files that Rahul has shared. Prerna says, yes, Copilot will be great. Yes, Prerna, anyhow, we have planned to do Copilot. We will definitely do it on that. Okay, there are a lot of recommendations, I think, coming in. Okay, fine. I think, Rahul, if there is any more questions, maybe you can pick it up.
Yeah, I think Copilot we can do is there are various use cases which I can talk about in Copilot as well. Next time we can work on that.
Also, since you are talking about Copilot, like, what we also noticed is many of the L&D folks have reached out to us asking their, a lot of employees, though they have tools, they're not able to use the, generative AI tools, whether it is Copilot or the Google Workspace. So we are working on a course, and this can be customized, though we have a standard course. If you're looking for your employees to help them cut down the number of work hours that they spend in a day, we can help them with those kind of trainings, especially using Copilot or a Google Workspace. So you can always reach us out. Vinod, you would have received mail from Vinod. You can drop an email, and we can have a discussion and customize the courses how you need. But we have a standard course already that also we can share it with you.
So your facilitator guide is also created, so you can check it out here. The facilitator guide. Right. And finally, it's working on the Q&A, building assessment. I'll share this in a Google Drive. Give me some time. Today only I'll share it. Just give me a second. I'm waiting for this file to complete and then I'll share. Yeah, so that is also done, right? So all the 4 files created. Now running the cross deliverable consistency. I'll ping you the Google Drive link with all the files. Just give me some time. So here you can see the last one, Q&A pre and post assessment also coming in. Here you can see multiple choice questions, scenario based questions, and so on and so forth. Okay. So this way you can see we have worked on 2 use cases in 1 hour. Again, as I mentioned, it was purely the dummy data which I have created, but you can very well, as you are working on the real time use cases, you will be very well implementing a lot of things on a day-to-day task. So you can come up with your ideas and we will help you on try to achieving the same. I'm sharing this zip file on the Google Drive. Okay, so here is the file which I am sharing on the chat. So I pinged on the chat the zip file which contains both the demo and all the instruction MDs and everything, right? And the outcome as well. So yeah, that is what I wanted to cover. In 1 hour, we covered 2 use cases. I hope you enjoyed this, and your feedback will help us to come up with more use cases that will help us grow as well. We will get to know about the real-time use cases which you are trying to solve. We can work together and we'll try to make it more powerful, right? So yeah, Naveen, you can take it from here.
Okay, thank you, Rahul, for such a wonderful session. I hope the participants also have takeaways that they can, go and implement in the work environment. But nevertheless, you guys can always reach out if there is anything that you need. We are there to support you. We are a training partner vendor, so we can absolutely support you on the trainings. And also, if there is any small support that we can assist you, we will absolutely be, able to help you on that. Okay, so feedback, please let us know what is that you are expecting in the upcoming sessions. We'll be happy to take up those sessions. And every month we'll have one session on L&D, and we can see, that could be with technical, or even we can bring in speakers from the L&D, from L&D leaders from the different organizations. So looking forward to the upcoming session. So have a nice day, guys. Thank you. Thank you for joining in.